Hey you guys, welcome back to my channel. Well, actually, welcome to my channel. This is my first YouTube video. I'm so excited to be here and let's get right into it. As you can see, I have applied my Sugar Rose Tinted Lip Moisturizer. Then I will go in with my Fenty Primer, which has changed the primer game for me. I love this primer, especially when I use my Fenty Beauty foundation because it's so easy to blend. It's very smooth. It lasts all day long. I am not kidding you guys. You need to use these two combined. You cannot use one or the other because it does not work. Then, while my face is priming and all those juices are soaking in, I'm gonna go in with my Jaclyn palette. I'm obsessed with this palette. I've used it several times on several people that I've done their makeup, and it has every color you need, guys. I am not even kidding. Every single color you need, this palette has it. It's very affordable. I believe it's $38. I'm gonna link everything in the description box below. So I'm gonna start with my blending brush, and I'm gonna go in with the color Silk Cream, which is a very nice translucent kind of blending color. I'm gonna go in wiper motions from left to right and right to left. I'm not going too high on my eyelid or too low because we just want this color to help us later on to blend the colors that are coming next. We're gonna do the same process on the other eye. Same thing, left to right, right to left. Not too high on the eyelid. This is gonna make a huge difference when we're trying to add other colors and blend them all together. Next, we're gonna go with the creamsicle. I'm not sure how to pronounce the name, but it is the yellow color on the first yellow color on the second row. This color is going to start the dimension of the look we're going for. So I'm not sure what look I was going for, but I really wanted to do something reddish, pinkish, kind of. I was inspired honestly by the sunset. So let's see how this comes out. I'm not sure, guys. I'm just winging it. Hopefully it comes out great. But I'm gonna do the same process on both eyes. I am using the same blending brush that I used previously because I love this brush, and the other color was very nude, that it won't affect the creamsicle pigmentation. Next, we're going to use the Glamour Dolls pointy blending brush, and I'm going with the color Hunts. This color is more of an orangey red, and it's matte. I love this color because it kind of reminds me of that fall type of color scheme, like the leaves and all that. But I also think it would go very well with the yellow, the creamsicle, hopefully I'm pronouncing it right, and the colors that I'm gonna use next. It's just a great translucent color. It blended in very well with the sunset look that I was going for, and I'm really hoping that this comes out good. Everybody is hoping because this color is beautiful. Next, I'm gonna use the angled eye brush W20 by Shimmers Glam, and I'm gonna use the bigger corner facing up towards my eyebrow, and the smaller one obviously facing the bottom. And this is going to help me emphasize the outer corner of my eye to give it that smoky look. But at the same time, I'm going over my crease, so it's gonna give me a lot of pigmentation on the corners, but it's also gonna give me a lot of more definition in the crease of my eye. And of course, as a true Latina, I have to have reggaeton playing in the background. But for this purpose, we're playing Jingle Bells. So here we are. I like to go back with a little more product just to make it a little darker because I was going to use this look during Christmas Eve. So I want it to last all day long and I want it to be dark enough for my pictures. Next, we are going to use Little Lady all the way at the top right corner. First pink color you'll see. And as you see here, I'm using my fingers. Not because I ran out of brushes, but because when it comes to shimmery colors, I like to use my fingers because I get the most product. And I don't know, I've tried other brushes, I've tried everything possible, but this is what works for me and I love it. I feel like my shimmer colors just give me more pigmentation, they stay on longer, and I have more control over the glitter on my face. I like to go over several times just to make sure that I have enough product. Then I'm going again with my Jack's color just to make sure that I didn't lose any of that form that I had shaped previously, because when you add a little bit of shimmer and a lighter color you kind of lose that. So I went back and I fixed my edges and I fixed my outer corners and my crease just to make sure it was a little bit angled and I didn't lose any of that. Now here I will be looking for my tools. I'm just kidding. Now we're gonna go with Beam eyeshadow. This is the second shadow on the palette. This, I like to use it as a highlighter, but for this purpose we're gonna use it as the highlighter of my brow bone, just because it's such a beautiful color to blend and it goes well with the eyeshadows. And I feel like this is the purpose of it. I might be wrong, but I just love how it looks on the brow bone. It highlights everything beautiful without any harsh lines. I like to go over my fingers just because I like to make sure that I blend that. Next, I will be going with my NYX Micro Brow Pencil MVP4 Chocolate. First, I like to go in with the brush. It has a brush and the color pencil. And just to make sure I get my little hairs in line, I like to do small strokes, very fast, small strokes. But I like to have my natural shape. I don't add anything extra, just fill in the gaps, as I do not like to have fake eyebrows or fake looking eyebrows. I like them to look as natural as possible. Hey, nothing against fake looking eyebrows. That's just my preference. And then I brush them again just to make sure that everything blends in all together, because the products sometimes they'll stay in harsh lines, so I like to brush it just to make it nice and even. Then I do the same process on the other eyebrow. I just like to mainly fill in the gaps. I don't have very thin eyebrows, and mine are pretty visible by themselves. So I just like to make them a little darker, give them a little more form, because they say your eyebrows are the frame of your face. I don't know, that's what my mom always said to me. Next, I am going to use the Expresso color. It's a mini brow pencil, and this is just to make them a tiny bit darker, not too dark, just a tiny little bit. And lately I've been liking this pencil a lot. It's very small, I can carry it in my purse and not giving me too much weight. Next, the face, my favorite part. So we're gonna go in with the formula. We're gonna shake it very well just to make sure we mix the formula. And my color is 290. I am not too pale, but I am very white at the moment. It's very cold in New York, so this is the color that works for me. I like to do one pump on each side of my face. I like to go closest to my ears as possible. My neck, I don't really worry too much about eye bags because we'll get that in a second. But one pump is enough to do my forehead, my nose, and the side of the nose, and my lips. And then with the other pump, it's enough to do my face and my jawline and down my neck, because we want to make sure that we get everything blended. Next, I'm gonna go with my NYX concealer, shade Beige CW04. I'm gonna make a triangle underneath my eye and just blend it in with my oval smaller brush from the same collection. I like to go a little lower than my cheekbones, just so it is very nicely blend and it does not look like I have any harsh lines or 100 different colors on my face. So in pictures, it all looks very seamless. I don't wanna be alone underneath the mistletoe. Then I'll make sure I do both eyes. Next, I'm going with my translucent Laura Mercier loose setting powder. I love this powder just because it keeps my concealer and my oily areas in place all night long. Guys, I'm telling you, I know it's a little extra to bake and to just add it, but it makes a difference. Next, I'm gonna go with my Kat Von D Shade Light contour palette, all-time favorite. Because it has all three shades, I like to use the middle shade, which is the Shadow Play, and a little tap of the other two, not too much, just a little bit, just to give it a little more darkness, because the middle one is not too dark, but I don't want it too dark, if that makes any sense. So I tap it on all three, and then I tap the excess off, and I go in the cheekbones of my face, a little lower than the cheekbones of my face, because I really don't have cheekbones, so I like to relieve them. My chin, just to make sure that it's all nice and even. And then I like to make kind of a 3 form along my profile, just so I have even product all over my face. Next, I am going with my smaller narrow brush, and I will contour my nose. I like to do 2 lines, and then I just brush them inwards, just so the product blends. Then I like to go over it with my finger, because I just feel like my finger blends everything better than a brush. If I could do my finger all over my face, that doesn't sound right. If I could blend my makeup with my finger all over my face, I would do it in a heartbeat. Maybe that'll be a challenge. Everybody's holding hands tonight. Next, I'm gonna go back with the Beam color from the Jaclyn Hill palette, the same one we used for the brow bone, and use a smaller round brush in the inner corner of my eyes just to complete the look, just to make sure it all comes in together. I like to have that extra highlight because I have very small eyes, and I just feel like this enhances my tiny little ojitos. Next, we're gonna go back with the Jack's color at the bottom eyelid, and we're gonna use an angle flat brush, the smallest brush that you might have sitting at home. You may use for this process because it's very delicate and small to get in your bottom eyelid. We're gonna go back and forth with wiper motions once again, and make sure that you smoke it out, you blend it in so there's no harsh lines. And for that, I like to go back with my angle blending brush, and I use the same color, the Jack's, just a little more product now to just kind of buff it out and smoke it out so it's a little lower. It's not just my eyeline. Next, we're gonna go with the blush. I like to do blush before bronzer. I don't know, my preference, but I like to use the Milani O2 Rose D'Oro. I feel like this is a goodie but an oldie. Everybody should have one. Get it if you don't. Say yes. Then we're gonna go in with my MAC Global Glow Mineralized Skin Finish. I like to use this for its purpose, to finish as a glowy look. I always like to look a little bit more bronzed than what I usually am. Even when I'm tan, I like to look like Jaclyn from the block with the glow. I'm just kidding. I do like to look very bronzy the majority of the time. Next, we will be using our Fenty highlighter by Rihanna in the shade Trophy Wise, which is that super gold color. Guys, it's so gold. And I like to use on my highlight points, which is the top of my cheekbones. And last but not least, I like to use my Heartbreaker gloss from Bare Minerals. I love this color, guys. It goes with every single look. If you don't have it, you need to get it. I think I got this from Sephora for like $10. They were having like those weekly specials, and I'm like, let's just try it. Why not? And I went back and I got 3 more because this color is so beautiful. I know there's a lot of colors out there, but this is one of those colors that goes with everything, and I just love it. So you guys, this is the final look. I hope you enjoy it. Give it a thumbs up, subscribe. Until next time, bye. Underneath the mistletoe, I'd rather be